Unity of Ocala, it's Jeanne Joiner. For those of you who don't know me, I am the president of the board for this year. And looking back, I just realized that we haven't done a board update since April 8th. That's pretty sad. We put a few notes in our weekly e-news, but we haven't actually come to you and had a little fireside chat, so to speak. So here it is. I just want to say that in summation, we have not done an in-person service since March 15th. That's like 4 months. It just blows my mind that, and yet we're still going, and we're still going strong, maybe even stronger than we were in terms of who we are able to reach by being a virtual church. So naturally, people that I talk to, we haven't had a lot of phone calls that said, hey, I'm dying to come back. When are you going to reopen? It hasn't been like that. It's been sort of like if you have a conversation and somebody says, so are you guys talking about reopening? What's going on? And every time we have a board meeting, and we have them regularly, we meet via Zoom. We talk about it. And almost every board meeting, we talk, and then we end up saying, we need to table this because clearly the time is not right. And all the things that we talk about that we might be able to do, they're just not safe. And church, honestly, is a non-essential service in the grand scheme of a global pandemic. So at our last board meeting, which was July 2nd, we did the same thing. We said, given the state of affairs in Florida, this is not the time to reopen. So we are continuing with what we are doing for now. We're just going to keep reevaluating it month by month, week by week if we have to. And I want to remind everybody that when we do open up, it's not going to be the same. It's going to be different. There aren't going to be the hugs, the handshakes. There aren't going to be eating together, potlucks, which we adore, after church socialization with food, always great food, conversation, singing together as a congregation, because all of those things are high risk factors. So we have to figure out how to make it enjoyable, someplace you want to be, to see and talk to the people that you want to see and talk to without putting anybody's life at risk or their health. We know many people survive COVID-19, but our demographic, we have quite a few people that are considered high risk based on their age group, and so just not a good thing. So that's what we're at. We're closed until we decide to open, and that isn't going to be until we think that it is safe. One of our guidelines is when are the hospitals and nursing homes going to open up to random visitors coming to see people? That isn't happening, so church isn't happening either. Let's see, moving on. It's been 4 months since we've met in person. I think I already said that. And we have produced over 50 videos since we've been absent from the building. I find that absolutely incredible, but I went back and looked. And one of the other things I looked at, and we look at often, is statistics for our videos. We can see how many views they get. And I have to say that more people are viewing them, not every single week or every single video that we publish. In fact, mine, the few that I did, are pretty unpopular, actually. But there are several that are really popular. For instance, William Maris did one for us. William's the team lead of our Thrive team. And he did one that was slightly over a minute, and it has had 147 views. We've never had 147 people in our building. So that just says right there that our message is definitely getting out. We've had a lot of our inside voices are getting a tremendous amount of views, way more than we get foot traffic through the door. Lori's videos, same thing. Just some of them are in the hundreds, some of them are in the high 70s, some are 40. But you know, in the summertime at Unity of Ocala, we're lucky to have 40 people in the seats because summertime is a slow period for us. So I would say that doing church virtually the way we're doing it has been very successful. So that's a good thing. And we are always talking about ways that we can improve that and ways that we can make experiences better. We're right in the process now of talking about how to do some classes, or at least start with a class and see how it goes. The board's basic responsibility is buildings and grounds and finance and hiring and firing the minister. No, we're not firing anybody. And fortunately, we have hired a gem. We're really thrilled. And the timing was definitely God's timing, because she came to us, was ready for us right at the time that this pandemic hit. So we were so blessed. I don't know what we would have done without that gift. And it truly has been a gift. So let's talk about buildings. Probably since most of you haven't been coming to Unity, you don't know, but the building is doing wonderful. We did have to get a new AC. Many of you know that. It was part of our e-news. Many of you might not. So we were able to comfortably pay for that. So we are so grateful for that. So the AC is installed and working just great. We also recently did some work outside in terms of cleaning up the space. There was some shrubs in front of the building that were really, really, really high. And we cut them back. Thought maybe they weren't going to survive, but lo and behold, they are coming back and they are starting to really look better. So we expect that to continue. But the reason that we cut them back is because the board has decided that we're going to add some interest to our building for people driving by that speaks to what we are at Unity of Ocala. So we have purchased 2 banners. Each banner is 3 feet by 6 feet. One is going to go in the front to the left side of the front door if you're facing the building. And the other one is going to go around the side where the cross is. And there's an open space between where the windows start and where the cross ends. And that's where that will go. It is also 3 feet by 6 feet. And they are very colorful and they will get your attention, and they include, both of them, our website. And since our website is a way that a lot of new people find us, this is a good thing. So the one out front, and we'll take pictures as soon as they're up, simply states, "Together we overcome." That's it. Plain and simple. Bright purple background, because that's kind of us. Big, bold, white letters. Can't miss it driving by. Not hard to read. And the one on the side is more of a graphic piece of art. It is a combination of, I want to say, 6 or 7, basically fists in the air, all different colors, including rainbow, including blue. And on the top it says, "Together we rise." And this is a picture that we posted on our Facebook page and had over last time I looked, had over 5,000 views, that one picture, because of the timing and what it represented. So we are Unity, we are together, and we know that when we work together as one, because we're all one in God, that things will change. And we want the community to know that that's where we stand. So we're really excited about that. And like I said, when we get those up, we'll definitely circulate some pictures in the e-news. So that's exciting. The lawns are being taken care of. The sign has had a fresh coat of paint. It's been sanded. All the old lettering has been taken down. New lettering is up. It looks wonderful, and it's ready for a little touch of color, which Peter Pinto is going to do for us. It's going to add some yellow and some blue, which will just be a pop of color to grab people's attention as they're driving by. A couple of the sheds have been cleaned out. Our kitchen has been cleaned up and organized. Don Hubble, who is our new head of buildings and grounds, is doing a fabulous job of keeping everything just ticking along in great shape, taking care of little problems as they come up. All of our emergency lights he's attended to. He's attended to any issues that we've had with our Simply Safe security system, which has also helped us. We did have one other attempt at a break-in, and it was thwarted by our system. So it is working. Hallelujah. Another really, really exciting thing is that we have some new tech equipment. Through a very generous gift from someone who wishes to remain anonymous, we have brought our video into the 21st century. Our old video projector was purchased in 2007, so it was 13 years old, and it was horrible. Everything we put up there was washed out. It was just always challenging, to say the least. Well, now we have a brand new projector that's laser, not an electric light bulb. I don't know if you know this, but on the old projectors, changing a light bulb was $100, $200, $300 proposition. They're very expensive. This one has no light bulb to burn out. I think it's an Epson. Don't quote me on that. And along with the new video projector came a new screen. Who knew that in order to have good video, you had to have a good screen? So honestly, the screen cost almost as much as the projector. I was shocked. So that is exciting. And if you look at the July 5th Sunday video that Lori did, and also the July 4th Daily Word that Cicely did for us, you'll see the screen is down and there's a picture on the screen, and that is the new screen and projector, and that image was 100 times clearer than anything we could have put up there before. So we're going to start making use of that in the future, so you may see some stuff up there that will hopefully enhance the experience of the Sunday services. We'll see how that goes. But I'm really looking forward to using that for so many things. I mean, anything we can show on a computer, we can show on that video screen. So it opens up a world of education, of entertainment, of sharing these things with the community and being proud of it. Not, oh my God, who's going to want to come back? That was horrible. So this is great. And you out there know who you are that gave us this gift. And even though many people don't know your name, we are blessing you with gratitude and thanks. Really, really, really awesome. Oh yes, and along with that came 2 new headset microphones. Go behind your neck, over your ears, and the microphone comes real close to your face. And the experts said that having the microphone here instead of clipped to your clothing down here eliminates a lot of background noise and interference and makes the sound so much clearer and better. So we're looking forward to that as well. So you can say we got a new video and audio upgrade. Also, we are looking into, no decisions have been made, but we're looking into this for the future of possibly putting back the secretary's office, which would be a space identical to the minister's office right next to it. So it'd be a closed office with a door where we can put all the secretarial equipment, all the office supplies, and our beloved office administrator and volunteer financial secretary when she's there working. So it would get a lot of the clutter out of the back of the sanctuary so that when people enter the sanctuary, there's a much different first impression. And we all know first impressions are very, very important. So that's going on. We've had a couple of quotes. We need to get at least a couple more before we even tackle a decision. So we have to see how the money is continuing to come in to support Unity of Ocala. So that's not decided yet, but it is a possibility. In terms of finances, our income is actually pretty good. We were worried. Well, I can't say we were worried. Curious is maybe a better word for how it would go when people weren't actually physically there. So, in addition to having an easy way for people to donate through online services, people are also sending in checks. Not everyone is comfortable with online payment. Those who are have been making use of it. We are saving money from our original budget because we're not paying musicians every week. Typically our budget was $100 a week for musicians, so that's $400 to $500 a month we're saving. We're saving a little bit on electricity and utilities. We've also purchased out the lease that we had for our copy machine. We now own it. It was $450 to buy it out, and it's ours now. So we're not paying that monthly rental fee anymore. The copier has been exceptionally reliable. We barely use one toner cartridge a year. We don't do a large volume of printing, mostly because we do all of our bulletins and things like that electronically, or put it up on the screen, so we're not using a lot of the ink and the toner on that. I'll mention the air conditioning. I also wanted to mention that we've looked into getting out. Let me just say this. Whenever you use some sort of software to make electronic payments to a church or any charity, you're paying a fee, a transaction fee. PayPal has a transaction fee of 2.5%. So $100 donation, we get $97.50. There's $2.50 fee that we pay. So there's something called PayPal Giving Fund. And as a nonprofit, we are eligible to be a participant in the PayPal Giving Fund. So we are enrolling in that, and that will eliminate that fee. So that's a good thing. It sounds small, but it all adds up. You know what they say, take care of your pennies and the rest will take care of itself. So we're looking into that. It's just a matter of completing the process, and then we'll be in. The difference is that instead of going in and withdrawing from the account when we feel like it, they send us a check once a month. So that means that cash in hand will come at their discretion rather than at ours. But it is not a problem because we have enough money in our general fund that we don't have to have it on a week-by-week basis. We can wait for a deposit once a month. So this doesn't do anything to you if you're using PayPal for electronic donations. Does absolutely nothing except it wipes out the transaction fee that we have to pay. So that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Also, some good news on the finance front is we came into possession of a piece of art. It was a donation with a lot of other stuff. Somebody was moving out of town, got in touch with Janice Puda. She went out of her way and picked up so much stuff from their house, including this painting. And she and Bill Seawright had the eye for something that might just be a little bit more valuable than sticking it in the rummage sale and putting a $5 ticket on it. So they took this painting and they had it evaluated and found out, yes, it's signed, it's an original, and it is valuable indeed. The value of this, brand new, or the initial value they set was between $3,000 and $4,000. Wow. So Bill and Janice did all the legwork and got this painting to an online auction. And it started out for auction at $1,000 and ended up selling for $1,800. So that's just, thank you, God. What a gift. So after commissions and all of that stuff, the total net was $1,260. So another gift, thank you, God. So we are putting that money aside in reserve, and we will figure out eventually how it gets used. You know, we have to think about things like, not fun, but we have to think about things like emergency funds, roof. Our roof is not that young, so we have to think about possible repairs. We have 2 air conditioning machines that are very old, but still working, yay. So we kind of think that we have to be smart about that and just stick it away in a sort of emergency fund, but that decision hasn't been 100% made yet. So stay tuned on that. And then I just want to let you know, in terms of finances, we have about $65,500 roughly in assets. That's 25,000 of it is made up of money market and in annuities. We don't touch that unless we absolutely have to. We've been blessed, we don't have to. And we have another, the rest of it, the balance of it is in our general operating fund. So we are in good shape. We've been averaging for the 26 weeks of this year that we've been collecting your generous gifts and tithes. We've been averaging around $1,470 a week. Now that's because in the beginning of the year we had a couple of large donations from a couple of folks that are an annual donation. So obviously the averages are affected by that. But so far, so good. We're doing well. The collections are holding, and I feel really good about things. So that's it, basically. I hope I covered everything that might have been a burning question in your mind. I just want to say how grateful I am to everyone who is stepping up and helping with Inside Voices. They've been very successful and getting a lot of views. They're short, they're easy to listen to. We're going to put them up on the website so that we have a separate section where people who are new to Unity of Ocala can go look at them and hopefully recognize themselves and their story and some of the stories that people have been telling. And we need more. So please feel free to volunteer. That would be awesome. Well, I have talked way too long. So obviously I need to do these more often. So I hope that the next one will be much sooner than from April 8th. Have a great day. Please contact us if you have anything. Remember, www.unityocala.org. We love you, we miss you, and we hope to see you soon. Stay well.